And we are back with Cassandra Smith, author of Letters to God, Diary of an Unsilenced Generation. And this is really a good book. I mean, mainly because other people have, it's a compilation. You kind of put together these letters from that were left over by teenagers attending youth conferences. Now, talk to me about the actual book. I mean, it's broken down into different categories. So if you want to read about one thing versus something else, how did you come, how did you put it together?
Sure. When I found the letters, I noticed themes and that there were specific things that kids were saying again and again. So I ended up breaking the book into those chapter themes. And there's the boy letters. We've got man talk, man time, and girl talk, and broken relationships, and struggle. The struggle that we have inside to break through from addictions. Parents' letters. I found adult letters that were echoing the same exact cry for help that kids were writing, asking the Lord, guide me. I need your help to get through whatever it is. We're all broken. We all need Jesus.
Now, it's a diary of an unsilenced generation. So it really kind of, you saying it read and felt like you were peering into a generation's diary.
It did. It felt like I was getting able to glimpse an entire generation, this widespread, nationwide, coast to coast cry from not just one kid or one church or one youth group, but what is a generation's struggle and what is a generation's call, and how can we answer it?
What about suicide? Do you have a lot of letters?
Was huge. Cutting, suicide, just this depression, this darkness of, I feel so hopeless. I don't know what to do, and I don't know where to go. One of the letters said, are you real? Am I real? Are you here? Am I here? I just need to know your love.
Wow.
And that's just, it captures it for me.
With respect to what you were able to see and read into the heart and really soul of these young people that wrote these letters, how did that compare to maybe your experience? You've been involved in youth ministry for a while, and on the giving and receiving end. And so do you think that there are some different nuances that young people are facing today and going through today that may be a little distinct from just a few years ago when you were involved?
Absolutely. I mean, I can identify with some of the letters, not all of them. I mean, we all have things when we're growing up that we struggle through. And I'm just very fortunate that a lot of people poured into me and gave me a lot of good insight and help. And I spent a lot of time with the Lord, a lot of time one-on-one with Him. But right now, something that I didn't have was Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, viral videos, the pressure to perform because you had an online audience.
Right.
And I definitely think that students now feel a lot of burden to keep up and a lot of burden to perform. And so there's almost this outer image and this outer, I'm okay, I'm together. When inside, they really are looking for somewhere to talk to God or someone to listen.
So that Letters to God was birthed out of your response to this overwhelming response. What do I do to help these young people?
Correct.
I want you to read some of the letters because they're very telling, and hopefully this will help our listeners and our viewers who are saying, I have a teenager. I don't know how to help my teen, but maybe this will. So read a couple for us.
So the opening chapter I entitled Voice of a Generation, and just kind of let them talk without anybody else influencing them. And one of them just says, God, I need you to heal the pain of my mom and dad's divorce. I need you to heal my mom's guy problems and dad's drug problems, and also my grades. I love you. Just that simplifies all of it. They're worried about now and later. And God, please free me. I don't want to be a random person. I want to be a follower. Or even, I am disgusting. I need to be forgiven and I need to forgive. I need to be honest. I need a new heart. I need to find you again.
Okay, go to another section. I mean, this is really interesting. Okay.
One of my favorite ones, I'm a girl, and the girl letters really pulled at me. And we all have our own drama as girls, but this woman or this young student captures the heart of let's go for it, let's find freedom. She said, Jesus Christ, I love you so, so, so much. I want to love you and know you as well as I can. I'm still messed up because my father neglected me and men don't like me, but this is not important. Please open me up and remove the rust and filth, the sadness. My heart is yours. Let's clean it up.
Wow.
Wow, that's just so powerful. And you know, the letters just kind of summarize everything parents spend so much, you know, time praying about and
Yeah.
wishing and wanting. So for parents who say, you know, I can't go and write a book, how can I help? What would you say to them?
I think that's a big question, and it depends on your family, it depends on what your student is going through. However, I would encourage them to go for it. Go and find help. If you can feel better and more confident about what resources are out there and how to confidently communicate with your student or child, that's going to help you. And so just having that confidence first for yourself and then creating that community and that atmosphere of vulnerability where it's okay for a young person to come up to you and say, you know, I'm having a rough week, or I don't know, and just letting those questions linger and letting that space be there in case more comes up.
Well, thank you so much, Cassandra,
Thank
for letting
you.
God use you to speak to another generation. To connect with Cassandra, go to letterstogodmovement.com, or you can go to harvest-tv.com for a link to her new project, Letters to God, Diary of an Unsilenced Generation.